Well, just who are this side and what the hell have they done with West Brom? Oh my goodness, what a performance that was against Burnley this afternoon. Hope you're well. Welcome back to Pastures Green. Once again, it's four very, very passionate Baggies fans, only this time they've got smiles on their faces. Look at this. Have you ever seen this panel look so happy in the last 12 months? Great to have your company back with us. Social media's gone off the wall as well. We've got people saying the league's over. Nigel says standards have been set. Charlie says hand over the title. EFL. Jack says, what have I actually just watched? F me. We look so, so good. Oh, wow. This should be a very short episode then, because usually we rant on for ages. Just how bad we are. This is Ben, Aaron, Dean, and Dan, of course, with a sideways look at all that's good and bad with West Bromwich Albion. We've also got kits to look at as well. We're also talking about what one thing needs to happen in the transfer window. And of course, above all else, we are delighted this week to be sponsored by Black Country and beyond. If you are looking for workwear, sportswear, leisurewear, or any kind of printing embroidery, we're delighted to be able to support local businesses. And this is one in particular that's very close to our heart. So, Black Country and beyond, get kitted out for any kind of workwear. If you are starting any kind of business up, give them a contact. And of course, we'll put it on the screen again towards at the end. And I've messed my buttons up. I'm that excited. There we are. Right, Ben. Great football, great goals, everything happy, good, and Albion looking like, just unrecognisable from the side from last year. What's happened?
Yeah, definitely. Watching it today, it kind of reminded me of Mowbray's 07-08 team that went up. Just the style of football we were playing, really pleasing on the eye. So really good technically gifted players. Really understanding their roles, understanding what they've been told to do. And as I say, some of the patterns of play during the game today was exceptional. Let's not forget Burnley were a Premier League team last season. You could argue they weren't great, but there's still some really good players in that team. Players who are worth how much when they bought them, and we battered them. To be honest, they didn't really have a sniff. And again, it's testament to the players who brought in, testament to the manager, the coaching staff, everyone. I said it last week. Everyone understands their roles. Everyone understands what they're doing. Everyone's singing for the same hymn sheet, and it's really positive. And there's very little to be negative about at the moment, which you can tell by how shocked I am to say that. There's just nothing to really criticise at the moment, and how long it continue, obviously we don't know. But at the moment, you can't have any complaints at all with what we're seeing at all.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I have tried to find a negative from across the world. I can't find one. I just even those that are usually down on the club must be hiding this week. Aaron, the one word I keep seeing there is togetherness. This team look like they're fighting for each other as well. We might have had a team of individuals before. This looks like Moz has got them absolutely motivated to battle for each other. Agreed?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can just see that just from the way they play on the pitch. It's unreal. Like they put themselves about so much better than they have done in previous games, in previous seasons as well. You can just see a massive togetherness, and everyone seems to want to play football for West Bromwich Albion Football Club and want to win games as well, which is obviously the most important thing about football. Everyone just seems to want to has the same goal. And everyone wants to push in the same direction, which, in my opinion, that's only going to be a good thing.
Yeah. There's a West Brom fan called Billy Eilish on Twitter who's put out a video of Dear Keaty. I don't know if you've seen it, managed to see it yet, of him chasing a ball down and just not giving up. That epitomises everything, Aaron, doesn't it, what you've just described there?
Yeah. I mean, and that was so late on in the game as well, which even makes it that much sweeter as well. I think, it wasn't just DK as well. There was, I think, 4 or 5 or 6, maybe even 6 players that were just running around, at the top end of the pitch, pressing Burnley, making sure the ball stayed in their half, and gave us a better chance of scoring a 4th or even a 5th goal. It was great to see. You didn't see that much often last season, and it just shows the togetherness of the squad, and it shows how much everyone has been brought in together, and it's just everything is starting to look really, really positive.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know this one? Robin says, best performance I've seen for years. Absolutely controlled it from the first minute to 95th, bar the last 5 minutes of the first half. Yeah. UTFA. Agree. And talk to me about young Harry, please.
Hey Whitwell, yeah, hopefully he'll sign that contract soon. I mean, he was getting rave reviews last season when he went to Forest Green on loan for the season. He seemed to be getting man of the match every week. So he's actually nailed down a place now. Started last few games, even in the friendlies, and he's looking the part now. So, I mean, word for Diakite, he was absolutely immense today. Probably one of the best performances I've seen from an Albion player. He was everywhere and breaking down so many of their attacks before they even became attacks.
Yeah.
Turning the game around. It was just incredible, I thought, today.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody on here just described him as slow and awkward in the past, or words similar. Does it look like he's worked on his? Does it look like he's worked on his game over the summer?
Yeah, I don't know whether he's ever been slow. He does look a bit awkward sometimes. He's all over the place, but he wins the ball. He comes out with the ball, and he doesn't give up. If he does lose it, he gets it back again, and doesn't stop running and fighting till he gets it back. So, and his distribution's getting better as well. That was what let him down a little bit in the past. But no, I mean, he was incredible today in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. No deceiving the referee this week, Dan. Hey, that was no deception on show there. Talk about Isaac Price, please, and talk about the penalty as well overall as an award, because there are some commentators saying it was soft.
Oh no, he definitely got contact on that. There's no deceiving the ref on this one. There's going to be no 2 game bans. But yeah, to be fair, Isaac Price, the first couple of games of the season now, he's really stood up to the plate. I mean, he had a bit of criticism last season, obviously. He started off really well and just sort of disappeared, but he has sort of found a bit of form now. I know he's only been 2 league games so far, but he's back on the score sheet and he took his penalty away really well. And to be fair, his first goal was a touch of class. That was just to find the top corner. So yeah, he's becoming a standout player again. Hopefully this time his form continues late on into the season.
Not had a great penalty record, have you? Recently, I read somewhere, but
no.
Well, he had one last season.
Yeah, we only had
that's
one last season.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't get them. Yeah. Right then, I'm going to get bored of talking about Jimmy J Morgan at some point, Ben, but not just yet. Talk to me some more. Another assist for him. An assist for him today as well.
Yeah, I mean, he has really surprised me. When we signed him, I thought he might be a bit part player, comes in, as a squad player almost. But in pre-season, he's nailed down that place, scored pretty much every game. People are talking about us needing a centre forward, a striker. At the moment he's doing that job. He's contributing with goals, with assists. He's got that swagger about him, that confidence. And we said last season that's the kind of player we need, that kind of maverick, that kind of player who's not afraid to try things. And that's something that we've lacked over the last couple of seasons, definitely. And his form at the moment is showing that we could have that player on our hands again and, be a real star for us. So hopefully it's not only assists, it's goals that he brings, because as a centre forward, he needs to get in goals, and hopefully he can get kind of double figures, and we've got that centre forward that we've been lacking.
Absolutely. And if you look at the predictors leagues, Aaron, at the start of the season, they would have put Burnley, Norwich, and Middlesbrough right at the top there. And if you were to go to the Riverside this weekend and scalp them as well, that's 3 of the predicted champions that West Brom would have taken apart. You're not just playing newly relegated teams; you're taking on some good sides here and looking way better than all of them so far. Scary to talk of the P word then? Or...
Yeah, I mean we had it last season as well. We started really well last year and it tailed off, horrendously. So it's way too early to mention that word. I won't even give it dignify even saying it, but it's way too early for that. I think there's a lot of quality in the team at the moment, and we are looking really good. Like you can't dispute that. I think we are a good side, and I think we are a much better footballing side than the majority of the teams in this division. I think we're probably not the best side on paper, but it's playing on grass, not paper. So that's where we step up and where we can impose ourselves. I think we looked really good today against Burnley. I think we were for 95% of the game, we were the better team by a country mile. Against Norwich, it was different, but again, that's an away performance where you're not expected to have much of the ball. I don't think that really suited us anyway. So I think that worked well for us, and we punished them and we won the game. And I think Borough aren't unbeatable. They lost to Blackburn this weekend, so they're a good side, Blackburn are. But I think Borough are a decent side as well. I think we can potentially go up there, get something from them, but if you were to say 6 points in this situation now, you wouldn't never say no. You'd snap your hand off at the next person who would give that to you. But I think we're in a really good position now, and I hope it continues because there's a couple easier games after these three where we really should be winning, and we want to take some momentum into those, especially because the Blackburn Derby's coming up in just under a month's time. So it'd be a good practice for them.
Right then, Dean, convince me otherwise. Moz should take the under-18s to St James's Park this week and just have done with it, yeah?
No, I wouldn't. And he didn't against Rotherham either. Keep the momentum going. Hopefully Newcastle rest some of their players, you would have thought. So, no, let's give it a go, and it'll be a massive confidence boost if we could pull something off up there.
Okay, so presume you're going?
Yeah. Trouble is, I'd already booked my train from Middlesbrough on the Friday. So
you could have stayed up there.
Well, I could have done, but no, I'm spending half the week on trains going up and down the bloody country. So.
Okay.
Hey-ho, things you do.
All right. Do we care about the cup though, Dan? Overall, I mean, no offence, West Brom aren't going to win the Carabao Cup.
Who says we can't? No. To be fair, we don't really get far in the League Cup anyway. But I suppose it would be nice to actually see a full strength side go up there and actually give them a game. I mean, to be fair, Newcastle have sort of lost a few of their better players, and why not? Why can't we go up there and battle it out and sneak a win? Why not?
Fair enough. We will review that all, of course, next week. Usually at this point of the year, we talk about the shirts as well. So we've only got two, I think, at the moment. Ben, unless the third one has been announced in the last couple of days, and I've not noticed.
Don't think they're bringing a third one out.
Oh, good. Well, that's.
You would think they would though, because there's a few games where we've got like red, but also white. Like I think there's Lincoln, there's Sheffield United, there's Stoke. You think you wouldn't really wear those kits in those games, but I don't know.
It's only what I've heard.
Yeah. Ben, here's your thoughts on these two then.
I mean, I'm not one to get kind of mad about kits, to be honest, but it's blue and white.
So glad I came to you first. Then on this question.
It's the wrong person. It's blue and white. It's. I do prefer the Puma stuff we had, and I prefer the Adidas. I don't think the Macron stuff is the best in terms of quality and kind of. It's very basic. I think we have definitely had better ones. I think.
Okay.
But it's blue and white. It's tick the box. It's there it is. I think the away kit.
So don't worry, I'll try and find someone who cares. Right.
Yeah. The away kit looks very Warsaw to me as well.
Oh, okay.
There's like a Warsaw top, which yeah.
Right, Dan. I know you love your kits. These are two nice ones, aren't they?
I mean, to be fair, I don't mind the home kits anyway. But the red, I'm not a fan of the red. The away, not a fan of the red at all. Like Ben said, it does look a bit Warsaw. I mean, it's the black, red, and white. Yeah, I know it's meant to sort of represent like the Black Country flag and everything, but nah, never keen on a red kit.
Okay, Dino.
Again, you picked the wrong person to ask, really.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was being polite.
I am an advocate of navy blue. Navy blue back. We don't play in that colour blue. Our colours are navy blue and red. No, I'm not a big fan of red either.
Okay, right. Aaron?
No, I'll go against the grain here. I quite like the away kit. I think it's really different. It's different to yellow and green, which we have every year, which I know obviously, it's yellow and green is pretty much Albion, but it's nice to have something different every year rather than having a rinse and repeat of the last year and the year before that. And I agree with Dean as well about the home kit. It's the wrong colour blue. I haven't bought a home kit in the last maybe 4 or 5 years, and it's purely for that reason. It's just the wrong colour. It's more Sheffield Wednesday than it is West Brom.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Second on that, didn't it?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, let us know your thoughts on the kits in the comments below. Thank you for everyone who commented last week as well. We're really great to have you. Such nice comments saying it's great to see you back and so on. Right then, you four, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. I'm going to imagine that you're in charge of West Bromwich Albion for the last week of the transfer window now, and you've got one job, one priority only. Between the four of you, can you agree what that one priority should be? I'm going to leave you to discuss that and debate it. And I will sign off. If you haven't yet followed the channel, please press the subscribe button at the bottom before I depart. It helps us massively grow. And we are really, really keen to obviously grow this as much as possibly can. And if you haven't already done so, and you're thinking, once again, don't forget, thank you so much to our good friends at Black Country and Beyond who have sponsored this particular episode of Where Pastures Walk. You can contact them at any of their handles you can see on the screen there, or drop them an email at blackcountrybeyond@gmail.com. Right, here's 4 very, very happy West Brom fans to talk about what should happen in the next 7 days.
To be honest, I think we just need to keep hold of the players that we've got at the minute. I'm not really sure about who else we need to bring in. Maybe another winger, but I was thinking another goalkeeper. But to be fair, Max O'Leary's doing a decent job at the minute.
Yeah, 100%. I think we are lacking not quality. We're lacking depth in the wide areas. I think that was evident today. Johnson was out of the squad for the first time, and we were left with Bostock. And I'm all for giving the youth a chance, but only when they're ready and not when they're forced into it. And I think that we need a wide player anyway. I don't think we're blessed with quality there as much as we think we are. Because sometimes, we get the odd few players you can play there, like Price, and Whitwell's doing a decent job there. But you want someone who's a natural kind of player for when the going gets rough, and you want someone who can drag you out of it with a bit of quality.
What about another striker as well? With really exposed with Egabo being out, all of a sudden we're left with just Barney Stewart, and there's nobody else. There's no kids. There's no kids coming. No strikers. Got some good kids in every other position, but not as a forward.
Yeah,
we need a backup. What if Jimmy J Morgan got injured?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think a bit of competition at right back as well. Garva's but I think when he comes up against someone, a decent winger, I worry about him defensively. And then your next fullback's Williams, isn't it? I think we need a bit of competition at right back, and then you get a bit of extra width as well. To be honest, we do lack a bit of quality out wide. We are very narrow. Price, Whitwell, they're all very similar. Technically good players, but that width, that pace.
Yeah.
If you do need to change it up, we do need. And that's what I think. To talk about Johnson leaving, I wouldn't be getting rid of Johnson until you've got at least 2 replacements, two more wingers.
Yeah, I'd keep him.
I don't think it's worth.
Wingers in the team, don't you?
I don't think it's worth selling Johnson, because if I'm being honest, I don't think we'll get much back of the £4 million we paid for him. I don't think Derby are in a position to even pay that anyway. But I mean, he's too important to our squad. I think not just for starting 11s, but as a squad player, like today, we could have used something like that if the game went a different way. You don't know, like it's something that you need in your squad where you can. You need a player like that to rely on, basically.
What do you reckon about Toby Collier? Do you reckon good signing or box ticking, or what do we think?
Is he coming out? Seemed to be nailed on last week, and it's all going.
I think you'll probably see a lot more of about it next week. Well, from Monday onwards, I think you'll probably hear. If to be fair, by the time this video's gone out, it probably will be announced anyway. In our look, but you think we need him? How desperate do you think? I think it's a good signing for the money we're rumoured to be paying for him.
Yeah,
I think it's nothing more than about £2 million, but don't quote me on that. But I think he was good in the little bits he played for us, but obviously he got injured. Like, and I think that's probably been a bit of a dark shadow over his career at the moment, really. But if he can get past that, then we'll be in good stead. I think DKT had that kind of same reputation as well. He was very much injury prone, but I don't think he's been injured once since he's played for us. Which fingers crossed that stays apparent, and we can continue with his injury-free season.
Yeah, I think he's a good player, and I think he's the motor replacement, isn't he? And
yeah, 100%.
Numbers in the middle of the park.
Just
Don't want to lose anyone. Anyone's gonna go other than Johnson. Anyone else reckon will leave?
Hopefully not.
No.
Yeah, there was rumours about Malumbi leaving, but after today, I don't think
No,
they even want to sell him. He's one of those players where it's like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him, but you wouldn't want to play against him.
You wouldn't play against. That's what it comes down to. You don't want to play against.
Yeah.
Changed the game last week at Norwich.
Yeah,
he did massively.
Yeah.
So
he's a proper warrior. So he's someone you want in your squad.
He runs himself into the ground, and he wears his heart on his sleeve for the club. It's what you want all round, to be honest.
they all did today. Fairness, that hunted in packs, didn't they today?
Yeah, it was unreal.
The centre-back pairing is the right pairing, Campbell and Phillips.
I think so. I think that's one of the best pairings in the league. I think. I mean, I'm biased, but it's got everything. I think.
Yeah, we got good strong bench as well. If one of them gets injured or something, we got a couple of central defenders on the bench, haven't we?
We've got 12 stocks in that area, aren't we? I don't think we need to be looking at that. So in the defence is set. We just need a bit more additions out wide, and who knows?
Looking good.
Yeah.
So are you all in agreement that a winger is the most important target?
I would not say forward. Centre forward.
There we go.
Or a winger, or a centre forward that can play out wide. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Only
if we keep Johnson.
Cameron Archer was being linked, but that's gone a bit quiet now. He'd probably fit that centre forward. He can play wide as well, but I think 6-7 million what they want for him. I don't think we're gonna.
Nah, never
No chance of that.
Never in a million years.
No.
Well,
Right.
That's that then. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Yeah. See you all next week, chaps.